Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures in Old Code episode 7. I'm a bit dismayed. I just recorded this entire episode and realized I forgot to hit the screen recorder button. So I have the little video of me talking through the whole thing, but I didn't get any of my display in the video, which is kind of pointless. I'm not sure what to do with this episode, since it's not going to have any of the flair or drama that they normally do. It's also going to be a lot quicker because I know exactly what I am looking for. All right, the first thing I want to show you is I did something magic. I took my decades of computer experience and funneled them into this one miraculous event. With a single click, up comes QBasic. All right, so I want to quickly start by opening up Stock Simulator version 1.0. The subject of today's episode is Stock Simulator version 1.1, but there's a few things I forgot to show you in Stock Simulator version 1.0. So we will do that. A couple of things. This stock pick subroutine was never used in the program, and when I went to it, you can now choose one of the following 6 stocks: Duff beers, cigarettes, crack, submachine guns, and that's it. Clearly this was some sort of a menu system I was designing. Couldn't think of the last 2 stocks and thought, what the heck, I'll just continue on with my programming. So this isn't used, but that's okay. And the other thing is that these variables here were never used. I think I was going to use them in place of pause 1, pause 2, pause 3, pause 4, pause 5, pause 6. But they're long to write, and it was just easier to use the numbered variables. And which made it a lot easier in the future to convert this program to using arrays, but we'll get there. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you with version 1.0. Version 1.1. Let's run this. Before I run this, I want to add one line that I discovered last video, and this will make our lives a lot easier. If in key string is equal to CHR string 27, then end. This will, the problem that we were getting that we couldn't break out of QBasic programs was there's something finicky going on with DOSBox. They don't accept the control break key code, which is what QBasic requires to break out of running programs. And bug tickets were submitted to DOSBox throughout the years, and they have said, we're not going to fix it. We don't need to fix it. If you want to fix it, go ahead. DOSBox is open source after all, but they are not going to fix it because their philosophy is that DOSBox exists to run computer games, DOS games, and no DOS game required control break to do anything. And I guess I'm having a really bad day. Okay. Here we go. That better? Okay. Hopefully you heard everything before. Basically, this will, because we don't have control break, this will scan the keyboard every time through the loop, and if we've hit CHR string 27, this is the escape button, then we're going to end our program. So we can actually end out of these loops just by hitting the escape button. So that's good. All right, let's run it. Version 1.1, a simulation by Joey A. Davis. Copyright 1998. Press any key to continue. Welcome to the Stock Simulator 1.1. This new updated version has many features the old one didn't. Here are just a few of the changes I've made. 1. You can now pick a stock and invest money in it. 2. Okay, so there's only one change. Sue me. can now choose one of the following 6 stocks: stuff, beer, cigarettes, crack, submachine guns, forged paintings, and dance, techno music. Clearly, I thought I wanted to keep all these horrible, awful names. Lovely. So let's choose dance, techno music, as that is the least offensive. How much of this stock do you want? Multiple of 100. Okay, let's invest $900. And it runs. And this is the same as before. And it just goes and goes and goes, and it will never end. Remember, the ending happens when all of them but one are negative. Okay, and my magic key code works. Awesome. All right, let's peruse this code. Everything is the same. I've just added a few things. So we still have this stock pick, but look what happened. So this was clearly my plan all along. I filled it out with the other stocks. Which stock do you think will be better? Take your input, throw it into a variable called stock, and then how much of this stock do you want? A multiple of 100. And put that into a variable called stock M. I'm guessing it's for stock amount. All right. We have an amount subroutine, which we'll get to later. These are all the same. Pause 1, pause 2, ran 1, 2, 3. Into duff beer, all this stuff is the same. Stock 2 is different. Stock 2 is a string this time. So we'll see where that gets used. Stock amount is a single, position is a single, and stock is a single. There's my random number generator, and all this is the same as before. Start, instructions, stock pick we've seen. This is all the same. It's just copied over, clearing the screen, showing the computer, showing the logo, and then doing stuff. Again, everything is exactly the same. So there's not much to say here, except this wonderful line I added. There we go. Big, long, infamous line, which we won't go into. So this is better because it's been cleaned up after the game is over. A lot less code in this main subroutine. Let's go to winner and see what happens. So these are the checks for which stock won. And this is just copied from before, just shoved into this subroutine. So it checks, is the value of pause 1 greater than all the other pause positions? Then print only if you picked up beer did you come out on top. And likewise, we check for pause 5 and then pause 2 and 3. I'm not sure why I went 1, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, but I'm not sure why I did a lot of things back then. Okay, so that's pretty good. Press any key to continue. Then we do this amount subroutine. The amount is somewhat clever. I mean, it's not mind-blowing, but I did use variables instead of if statements. Well, more if statements. Just a second. Okay, I'm good now. Okay, so if you chose stock 1, remember stock was the value you entered in at that title screen. Then assign the string duff beer to stock 2 and assign the value of pause 1 divided by 100 to position. So assign these two variables if you pick stock 1. If you pick stock 2, assign the two variables differently. If you pick stock 3, again, update these two variables with the appropriate values. So at the very end of this if statement, you are guaranteed that stock 2 contains the name of the stock you chose, And position contains the value that stock ended up as divided by 100. Why divided by 100? We'll see in a minute. So print out a nice message. You have invested this much money in this stock. If position is less than 0, so your stock lost, then print your stock ended up at a value of oh, I missed this in the first run of this program. Oh, that's awesome. Look at this. If position is less than 0, then print this message. Stock 2 ended up at a value of position times 100. Remember, position was the value the stock ended up at divided by 100. So I have to multiply it by 100 to get the value back. Otherwise, if it's greater than position, then do the exact same thing. So this didn't even need to be an if statement. Okay, well, it is. It looks slightly different, but that's because there's not a space there. Okay. Okay, you now have, if you, this is getting complex. So if the position of the stock that you chose, oh no, this is how much money you're going to get back. Okay, if the position was greater than 0, then the resulting stock result, I guess that's the money that you make, is defined to be the amount of stock that you purchased times the position, which was the position divided by 100. That's why I divided by 100. This is kind of the formula the stock ticker used. So throw that into the result if your position was greater than 0. So clearly you're going to make some money back if it's greater than 0. It might be less than you've put in, but you're going to make, at the end of the day, you're going to walk home with some cash in your pocket. So we got to calculate what you're doing, what you're getting back. Print using in this nice formatted way. Now, if the resulting amount of money is greater than what you invested, then print this, you have gained this much money. Else if it was equal to the stock, the amount of money you put in, then say you have not gained or lost a thing. Something must be wrong. Well, not really, but that's okay. And otherwise, you lost this much money. So if I invested $500 and at the end of the day I only get $200 back, but I was the highest stock, I still lost $300 and I should go home crying. Otherwise, if you just bombed out, you busted. Go away, you loser head. How's that for a confidence building? All right, press any key to continue. Run this program, which I'll get to in a future episode. And yeah, so let's run it again. I'm going to invest in dance techno music, $600. And these take too long to end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hack it. I'm going to start everything at, let's just go down to 1. With everything starting at 1, this game should end really fast. Okay, dance techno music, $900. Whoa, that was fast. Hey, and we won! Only if you picked dance techno music did you come out on top. You invested $900 in dance techno music. Dance techno music ended up at a value of 6. You have now $54. So you have lost $846. Press any key to continue. This is assuming it started at 100. So that's why I lost so much money. But there's that case. Oh. Okay, let's let everything else, whoops. I'm going to make everything else start at 100. Stack the deck against dance techno music. and pick Dance Techno Music. Again, $900 we'll invest. Oh, wait a second. No, that's not right. I have to make everything get down to negative value. So we'll let Duff Beer win this time. Okay, 6, 900. Only. Wow. I stacked the deck against me and I still won. Oh, and I gained money. It ended up at 131. Okay, you've gained $279. I can't lose. Come on. Okay, Duff Beer couldn't even win with a 99-point lead. We'll give it a 999-point lead. There. See, this is just evident that beer offers no success in life. Don't drink alcohol. That's the lesson of today's episode. Okay, only if you picked up beer did you come out on top. You've invested $900 in Dance Techno Music. Dance Techno Music ended up at a value of -49. You have now busted. Go away, you loser head. Wow. Okay. So that is Stock Simulator version 1.1. There is yet one more Stock Simulator version that was accomplished in this month of October 1998. And I'm not sure when I did these. Like, I could have finished 1.0 and then finished 1.1 the same day even. I'm not sure. I didn't put the day number on these files. So, but 1.2 is still tagged at October 1998. So we'll see next time what that's about. And then we'll move ahead with the November 1998 stuff. Excuse me. And that's going to be exciting because we're going to enter the wonderful world of graphics. Everything thus far has been text-based, so yeah, this was fun. This was fun for me. You got to see a little bit of program hacking. I do this all the time at work. When you want to test something happening under certain conditions, such as a failure, or what happens when the network latency becomes really high, does your program still function properly? You hack it. You force it. You stack the deck and then run your program and see what happens. So that's a day in the life of a software developer. Hopefully they're not looking at Stock Simulator code. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. We'll see you next time for more adventures in old code.